So a few months ago, I said I was interested in radical wealth redistribution through gaming, and everyone made fun of me and said I was insane, but I would like to explain myself, if that's okay. So
yes, please, please, that is okay. There's nothing more okay than that. What? Fucking time. Okay.
I've been following this super deeply, but a few months ago I heard about this game called Axie Infinity, and apparently people in the Philippines were making like way more than their regular living from just playing this game. So the quote here I have is, "An hour's play per day now nets player nearly double the income of his feed sales job. About $2,000, 100,000 Philippine pesos last month. The rest of the time,
worst idea.
Now looks after his grandmother.
This is the worst idea.
The game's utility nor the in-game demand that generates real money for him, calling it a blessing." So the currency from Axie Infinity can be traded on Coinbase, meaning that you could make money in the game, and then you could like trade that money into Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then subsequently trade that money into USD or any other currency, basically. And like this is just some like, I don't want to say janky, but like early pro.
I mean, people do make money off of, you know, old school RuneScape too. You got gold farmers in Venezuela. That doesn't mean it's like a viable solution, okay, to material inequality. And also, yeah, just because, yeah, China still farms WoW gold. You know who also was a big fan of the power farming happening?
Prototype. Like this is just a thing that happened that has been massively benefiting like tons of people. And it just kind of got me thinking. With the rise of automation, so many jobs are just not going to make any sense. So many jobs are going to be replaced. And
that game leeches your GPU power to mine crypto and pays you pennies. That sounds awful, dude. Oh, anyway, what I was saying is Steve Bannon also noticed the WoW gold farmers in China and got Goldman Sachs to invest in them early on. He was an early adopter of that. Okay, so you know, not saying that like Grimes and Steve Bannon have a similar worldview, but just showing you that these kinds of shops opportunities are not exactly as positive as one would think. Okay, yes, of course I will follow Grimes. Hopefully we can have her.
You know, obviously people just love playing video games. Almost everybody I know loves playing video games. And, you know, we could get into a system where people are doing enjoyable, creative things where they're engaging with art, beautiful art.
Okay, I gotta point something out here, but like, Grimes went from living with Elon Musk to living in like the basic starter LA apartment like that. Like this is the most starter apartment that you can get in Los Angeles. It's like I've lived in an apartment like that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but this is like, I mean, she's got this, it's got nice wood though. So I don't know if that's like, she still lives with Elon. Wait, really?
And making a living off it. And it's taking...
You two have nice wood. Very publicly purchased a home. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if you know that or not, but very publicly it got destroyed for purchasing a $7 gazillion mega mansion castle.
Up way less of their day than if they were like working in a field picking strawberries, which frankly nobody should be doing. Like that's an automatable job. And yeah, I love this. I love this because it's like, frankly, nobody should be doing manual labor. Okay, true. Definitely am on board with that. Also, they should be enslaving themselves on some pay to play, like weird cryptocurrency job. Is that I have bad vertical blinds apartment. And I didn't even have to let Elon Musk get me pregnant. Jealous? I mean, yeah, I am. You get to live in. Listen, you're living La Vida Loca. Okay, that's what you're doing. She just discovered gold farmer. She's an idiot boomer. KW guys, stop
saying Grimes the idiot boomer. She gets attacked a lot, and I want her to come on this broadcast. Okay. Narf Barf, thank you for the 10 tier 1 gift subs. If your house was more expensive, people wouldn't have gotten that mad. Wait, what? Yes, they would have. Are you kidding me?
It's not traditional UBI, but I do wonder if there is a world in which, yeah, we can kind of reconfigure gaming where it can engage with crypto or engage with, or I'm sure a lot of games could have their in-game currency traded on Coinbase. And I mean, what would that do for the world? It would allow people to spend time, like, why would you be a janitor when you can play video games? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
okay, without artificial intelligence and automation, we will still need productive labor. Okay, no matter what. Rubber Ducky 44, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. Okay, we still need productive labor right now as it stands. And under a capitalist organization of the economy, more technology has not necessarily decreased the time spent in the workplace. Right now, as it stands, I forget what the actual estimation is. I've read a billion different things about this, but like, tech in the field demonstrably has not decreased the time spent on tasks for the average worker, but instead has made us into 24/7 robots that work even offline when we are not supposed to be working, right? Just like artificial intelligence and you know, automating the labor force in its entirety is not actually going to solve wealth inequity or wealth inequality or income inequality. It's simply going to further enslave humans. Now, am I anti-technology? Of course not. I love the idea that everyone should be able to just exclusively work on fulfilling things and don't have to toil the land, okay, and don't have to fucking pick strawberries. I think that would be great. But the problem is, when that happens, as we have seen so far, especially in like the last 30 years, when a company focuses on technology to make their assembly line more efficient, for example, or make their logistics more efficient, they end up cutting the workforce instead of cutting down the hours that the existing workforce has to work while keeping their pay the same or even raising their pay, because it's literally anti-capitalist to do that. They're like, why would I do that? It's more efficient. And that's precisely why, and you've probably seen this already, there is that classic productivity versus wage graph that we show regularly on this broadcast, where productivity has skyrocketed as a consequence of technological leaps that we have made, whereas wages have remained stagnant. So I'm not anti-technology. I will never be anti-technology. I love technology. But the problem is technology under our current organization of the economy is creating a system where you still work the same amount, if not more, okay, for the same wages. The profits are increasing. Shareholder value is increasing. But your labor, albeit more productive now, is still the exact same. And then you factor in inflation, and all of a sudden it's actually not the same. It's actually much, your money does not go the same long way that it once did. So you're technically losing money while working better, more efficiently. I wish that, you know, technological leaps and bounds were used to better mankind rather than, you know, fill up capital owners' pockets. Productivity gains are needed in socialist systems too. Yes, of course. I am not anti-productivity. I'm not even anti-efficiency. I love efficiency. That's one of the biggest problems with capitalism, is that when the company makes more money, okay, when the company makes more money and yields better returns year over year, your wages don't necessarily increase alongside that. Also, shareholder value could technically increase when you literally eliminate certain parts of your sector or your workforce. shareholder value increases. For example, when you merge with another company, you buy them out, okay? And then you literally rip up half of the workforce because it's a redundancy. All of a sudden, you're a much bigger company with much less manpower. There's less upfront cost. There's less cost of running that business now. And boom, shareholder value is increased. But that had a depressive impact on the economy overall. So I love when people talk about automation as a solution to a lot of the problems under capitalism, but most people don't really recognize that it's the system that we need to solve rather than rather than just like hyper focusing on the automation. And don't get me wrong, automation we should still focus on. I think that's great. It's a wonderful thing.